Dino, the dinosaur, woke up extra early. He couldn't wait to go to the beach today. He jumped out of bed and stomped to the closet to get his favorite things, his little red bucket and his favorite blue shovel. Dino gave his mom a big hug and a big kiss. "Can we go to the beach now?" he asked. Mom smiled and said, "Of course." And they were off. As they drove along, Dino sang and danced in his car seat. When they arrived at Santa Monica Beach, Dino couldn't believe his eyes. The sun was shining, the sky was blue, and in the distance, the Ferris wheel was spinning around and around. Dino grabbed his bucket and shovel and ran to the shore. On this beautiful day, Dino wanted to do some counting. He looked around for something to count, and there on the sand was a big seashell. Dino picked it up and put it in his bucket. "One seashell," he said. A little farther down the beach, Dino saw another shell. "Two seashells," he sang. Dino continued walking along the beach. The waves crashed gently as he searched for more shells and other treasures the ocean had washed up on shore. A little while later, Dino sat down on a warm patch of sand. He looked into his bucket. So far, he had found two seashells. He looked around to see if he could find two more. And sure enough, not too far away, he saw three starfish resting on the sand. "Three starfish," he laughed. One starfish was orange, one was purple, and one was yellow. They were so pretty. Then Dino heard flapping. A seagull landed on a rock, close to Dino. "Four seagulls!" Dino pointed with a giggle as the birds flew away. Dino kept looking for things to count. In the distance, he could see the Ferris wheel spinning. "Wow, it has 5 colorful cabins," he said. Dino watched as the cabins went up and down. Maybe he would like to ride in one? Next, Dino decided to build a sandcastle. "First, I need 6 scoops of sand," he said, counting each scoop carefully. 1 scoop, 2 scoops, 3 scoops, 4 scoops, 5 scoops, 6 scoops, he sang. Dino packed the sand firmly into his bucket. Now he had a tall tower to start his castle. Next, he took some of the sand from his bucket and made a walkway. Then he took more sand and built a wall around his tower. Finally, Dino used his shovel to dig a moat around his castle. It looked great, but Dino wanted decorations. He left his bucket and shovel and walked over to the pier. On the way, he picked up a smooth stone. 1 stone, he said. He found a second stone. 2 stones, he shouted. As he walked, he spotted a third stone.
3 stones, he said.
Dino decided to take 7 stones back to his castle. 7 stones, he shouted proudly. At that moment, Dino saw a family building a sandcastle nearby. They waved, "Hello." Dino waved back. 8 happy people, he said with a smile. Dino turned and continued on his way. Soon, he came across a row of surfboards. 9 surfboards, he said. Dino loved all the different colors: yellow, red, blue, and green. Then Dino started to walk back toward his mom. The sun was setting now, and the sky was full of pretty colors. Dino looked at the water. "Look, 10 tiny crabs," he shouted. "That's my favorite number of the day," Dino said. The crabs scuttled along the water's edge. They were so cute. Dino walked over to where he had left his bucket and shovel. Inside, he had 2 seashells, 3 starfish, 7 stones, 8 happy people, 9 surfboards, and 10 tiny crabs. "I counted all the way to 10 at the beach," Dino shouted with joy. He gave his mom a big hug. "Thanks, Santa Monica," he said. "That was the best counting day ever." The Ferris wheel was still spinning. Dino waved. Goodbye. The colorful cabins seemed to wave back. Dino also waved to the palm trees and the sparkling water. Then Dino and his mom got into the car and headed home. In his rear-facing car seat, Dino thought about all the fun he had had at the beach. He loved counting all the way to 10. But most of all, he loved spending the day with his mom. When Dino got home, he raced to his room and got out his crayons. He wanted to draw a picture for his mom of all the things he had counted. He drew the tall cabins of the Ferris wheel. He drew the starfish, the seagulls, the crabs, the surfers, and even the happy family he had met. He colored the sand a bright yellow and the water a sparkling blue. Then he added the finishing touches to his drawing.
There, he said.
This picture is for you. Mom, thanks for letting me count all the way to 10 at the beach. Mom came into Dino's room and she gasped. Oh, Dino, this is beautiful. Thank you, she said. She gave him a big hug. You know what, Dino? We should go back to the beach tomorrow and count all the way to 20. Yay, Dino shouted. All the way to 20. He repeated happily. Dino knew that when he went to the beach with his mom, every day was an adventure.
They would look for shells, crabs, and starfish, and he would get to count everything he loved about the beach.